Hey, you gotta, enjoy Tony Bellew, man, for what he is. He a Trill dude, man. I know I gave him a lot of flack for being Anthony Joshua's number two fanboy to Johnny Nelson, but he had some Trill things to say about the reason, and when he realized he would never face Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. This your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to the Lions Den boxing community at LDBC. Shout out to the YTBC and everybody over there working. And we here. And Tony Bellew said when he encountered, Deontay Wilder, they slapped hands and he hugged. And he said at that moment, I knew that I wasn't gonna fight this dude. Man, he said he thought he can, potentially whoop on Deontay Wilder and get him, Every man, has, his fantasies and his thoughts or envisions. I don't want to use fantasy, but envisions, how you can beat that guy when you're in a boxing ring. And he was like, you know what, I see, I can beat him. He ain't that, this and that. I could just hear him saying that to himself and thinking that. What he said when he met him and he slapped his hand and he said he hugged him, he said his arm wrapped all the way around him. And he said, I didn't know how big he was, man. When I seen how big he was, he said at that moment, I knew that that I wasn't fighting that guy. He said, I knew I was, they was talking trash back and forth. And Buddy was trying to, keep up the sportsmanship and get the glitz and the glamour and get the promo and all that stuff going on. But he knew when he met that man, when he slapped his hand, he just engulfed Tony Bellew when they engaged and they embraced. He said, why would I put myself in that type of danger? And I know he was thinking like, man, this guy only weighed 220 and he tall but you don't know how big, those Southern boys is. Everybody, most, Americans, especially the black ones, a lot of their roots come from the South, from the South. And man, you don't know, man, that the type of power that man possesses. And I know Tony Bellew is now, feeling just, when you embrace somebody and you shake their hand as a man, you can kind of tell a lot about a guy about you shake his hand and look him in his eye. You could tell just off of that encounter what type of guy he is. And once you feel a guy hand strength or y'all embrace and hug and you feel that power and that energy, I don't know how deep a believer people are in energy and spirits and stuff of that nature. When you feel a guy's spirit and energy and you feel that power and just the physicality of them just from embracing, you know what type of day you in. I played football a long time. And once that first play, especially on the line, you feel that. In boxing, that first hit, when y'all first engage or y'all clinching, y'all rest, you can feel that. You feel that energy, you feel that power, you feel that spirit. And Bellew said, I'm not putting myself in that danger. I know he look at Anthony Joshua, he look at Deontay Wilder, and he probably look at Luis Ortiz, he look at Povetkin, he look at David Price, he look at Tyson Fury. And you see how big those fellas is. He like, you know what? I'm going back down to cruiserweight. I'm going to get Usyk or the winner of the cruiserweight World Boxing Super Series tournament. Potentially, if I can't do that, versus Gasly or Usyk or whoever the hell, I can get Andre Ward and entice him to come out of retirement. You know what? I'm going to cruiserweight. Forget that. I beat David Haye. I'm going to try to fade him again one more time, give him a fade, an uptown fade from the UK. And if I fade him again, then I'm going down to cruiserweight. And it's word, and it talks to David Haye going back down to cruiserweight. And I think he needs to retire though with all the injuries he's having. But if he go to cruiserweight and he's functionable, and Tony Bellew goes to cruiserweight gonna get some promo that they need. But I just thought this was funny to mention. Let me know what y'all think. We gone.